the spaces are open for everyone. If there are ambassadors attending the session, then they would normally take balcony number 3. So, but only first row or second row, but there are not many ambassadors attending our sessions. And as I said, people are welcome to attend, but they are not allowed to interact. And they normally obey this, and they're told this in advance. And they would risk remaining, so they will kick you out if you interfere. I always recommend balcony number 6, the one we are sitting upon right now, because here you're sitting very close to the government. So among these 733 members of parliament you have right now, you might ask the Germans in the group whether they know more than 20 current MPs in the House. And they probably struggle with this. But it's better with the government, because the ministers for the different portfolios.
Guys, this is the most beautiful part of the tour. See the nice. It's around 6:30, but it's already dark. So at the top of this House of Commons, there's this very beautiful library. Round at the top. There's some history over there written. Quickly, guys.
Como una línea, es como Nueva York, ¿sabes? El skyline de Nueva York.
Yeah, and it's just going to take part.
Look at that. And down there is the House of Commons. I don't know whether you can see her. And then this beautiful structure. Too much daytime, but I know the beautiful. Through. Like 1 floor to go. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 floors. The apartment floor. So it's taking us 4 minutes to climb. Oh, this is good as a 6 floors. So guys, this is the House of Commons. Wow, here.
Come to the front. Vamos a tomar una foto del grupo allá.
This is for observers, the right wing, the left wing. It's an eagle. Beautiful, beautiful.
So I don't think it's gonna get better.
Well, this is also for your work, right? It's not
Exactly.
I'm avoiding to film people. We're going to do a group photo.
Here from our position, you find the left party sitting on the left-hand side, and the right-wing party sitting on the most or far right. That's why they're called far right or right-wing parties. This refers to the perpetrators. They are aisles, like in a plane, separating the blocks from each other. So it's starting with the Labour Party and in the background left wing. Green Party, Conservatives, and far right. And then there are the six parties for audience. But in a French sitting order, it's an amphitheatrical sitting order, and you find the Socialist, Communist, Labour Party, Green Party on the left half, Conservatives, Liberals, and right-wing parties in the right half. But it's always seen from the podium, so it's difficult to recognise this from here, but we will see it from a different angle, and then it will be easy again. What German parliamentarism borrowed from British parliamentarism are the doors for counting. You might know this from the House of Commons. There's a yes door and a no door on opposite sides, actually, and I think that also works in the Parliament of Australia that way. This is for a certain kind of counting, but it's happening very seldom, and it's not that. We will enter into it as well, but we will only like to see it from the balconies. If you want to take a proper picture of it, I would recommend that you put your phone onto the glass, because then you have less reflection. What you might see from here, it's a bit difficult, because some of you, or some of the parliaments you're representing in the country, are sitting in a Commonwealth sitting order. That's a confrontational sitting order on benches face to face, where you have a governmental bench and an oppositional bench. Australia, for instance. If you're the lady from Australia, I think you remember that. You as well.
It's about the population of Europe. We are 3 million people, so we could never have that amount of.
You're how many?
3 million.
In the whole Uruguay?
Yes.
I think this is 3 million, that's the population of Montevideo.
No, 1.5.
1.5 in Montevideo. Okay, the thing is, don't judge a book by its cover. First of all, we have 84 million people. I don't know how many members of parliament you have in Uruguay,
No,
but if it's even if it's just 50, you would have more than we have per capita. And the thing is, it's a huge parliament, but in fact, the House of Commons knows 650 members for 64 million British citizens. We have 84 million and have 733, so it's even kind of smaller than the British parliament. But the thing is that everyone thinks it's too big because it's also expensive and it's difficult to handle such a huge parliament, and that's why they limited this amount of MPs from the next elections on, 23rd of February, to a maximum of 630. So we won't get more than 630 in the future. The problem is that the members of parliament themselves have to decide about the number of members. So they are not really interested in getting a smaller number, because this also means that 100 of our current MPs, even if we would have this, not all US Americans are from Texas, and not all Soviet people are from Russia. Russia was by far the dominating territory with the most population, but there were 15 republics in the Soviet Union, 15 states or provinces, or however you call this, in Germany, Länder, in the US, states, but I think in Brazil it's also states, if I... States. That's the original imperial house. It survived the Reichstagsfire, it survived the Second World War, it did not survive the modernization of the style during the 60s. So they removed the arches here, it's just the windows which are more or less the same size.
They just demolished that.
Yeah, well, officially it was called a modernization. Demolishing has some negative touch, I think. Yeah, of course, but that's why I described this as the third damaging event in the history of the house. But it gave the building a more modern expression. And so Norman Foster came in and he found this structure. Drywalls everywhere, and no one saw the original sandstone construction. So what he did was removing the drywalls, trying to find something original. And here in the northern hall I can show you what he found. There's a specific reason for this, because August was the month in which the Potsdam Conference happened. The Potsdam Conference was the last conference deciding about the territory of Germany after World War II. The decision was not made by Germans, but by the US, the UK, and the Soviet Union. France was not involved, as not a real winner, but more just on the winner's side. That's how they considered France.